Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Chinty and everyone would back for this review that are just joining us, and if you are not just joining us, welcome back. Well, if this is your first time here, please don't make it to laugh. Subscribe, hit the subscribe button, turn on post notification, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy watching it. And yeah, if it's not your first time, welcome again and again and again. We'll be talking about things that you should avoid doing before jumping into a relationship. I mean, relationship is the thing now. Relationship is the thing now. If you're in your 20s, if you're an advanced adult and you're not married yet, you're sure you're in one kind of relationship or the other, or you're thinking of venturing into a form of relationship or another, and then maybe you don't know how to go about it, or maybe you're actually in the relationship and then you're about to chop breakfast. Do you know what chopping breakfast is? For those that are not in Nigeria, chopping breakfast means maybe your relationship is about to hit the rocks. There are a lot of ups and downs in the relationship, or things are not just going your way, or you're beginning to see things that you didn't see from the very beginning. Well, this video is just going to tell you things you should not do while in a relationship, or while about to enter a relationship, or when you're about to say things you should not do when you just say yes to somebody, when you're about to be in a committed relationship with somebody. Don't know if you get my point. Yeah, you get my point. So now let's move on with the video. You should not do while you're in a relationship, about to enter a relationship, is lie. God, please don't lie. Try as much as possible to be honest in your relationship. I mean, really honest. Honest about the little things, honest about the big things, because in the end, like it or not, these lies always come back to haunt us in this relationship that we are in. If you lie about something now, you're going to have to try as much as possible to remember that lie when a situation arises to counter the lie. You have to, if you lie now, you have to use one lie to cover up another, and then use another lie to cover up that lie, and then before you know it, your relationship is built on a foundation of lies. And then when a relationship is built on foundation of lies, it definitely crashes. It will crash. It must crash. Believe me. We see lying as not really a big deal, that you just lie to save yourself from trouble. You lie, and people actually say that they lie because they love the person and they don't want to hurt the person with the truth. Ogbeni, you are lying. That's a lie, because you keep hurting the person. Like, if the person eventually finds out that you actually did lie, most of the time what you're going to hear is, why didn't you tell me the truth from the beginning? Really no point. There is no excuse to lying. There is no cover up. There is no reasonable excuse to lying. If you're asked about something and you know that some way or the other that piece of information holds a very great value, or is really important to the build up of your relationship, please be honest with it. No matter how you feel it's going to turn out, you should be honest. It's better for you to be honest now, so you don't go about carrying a heavy weight of guilt in your chest throughout the relationship, and then you're always jumpy when situations surrounding that lie occur, and then you're behaving like a sneaky cat when you're being asked the question related to what you lied about. So yeah, it's better you're honest from the onset, so that anything that will happen at the onset, than for you to lie. Another thing you should not do in your relationship is be comparative. Be comparative, that's the word. You should not compare your current relationship to your past relationship, or compare your current partner to your ex-partner. There is why you left your ex-partner before for this new one, or there is a reason why you and your ex-partner didn't work. So don't come and pressure your new partner to do the things that your ex-partner was doing. If you really want the things your ex-partner was doing that much, why not go back to her, or why not go back to him? Do not stress your partner with comparison. Really, personally, for me, comparison is like a turn off. I hate to hear the word you were not like this. No, you're not doing the things this one used to do. She was way better. She was way better when it came to fun. She did this, she laughed a lot, she danced a lot. I'm not her. I don't like to dance. I don't like to laugh out loud. So you saw me, you knew that I'm not the laughing out loud person, and maybe I'm the quiet type that I just want to be myself. I just want my space, or not really want my space. You can't really want your space in a relationship. Or I'm just the I throw in my subtle hints here and there, and then you want me to be all out and all. Jesus, go back to her then. Really, go back to her or go back to him. Honestly, it's really a turn off, and it really makes your partner feel bad, because sometimes you begin to make them question their esteem. You begin to make them question what it is that their essence, their being. You make them feel like they don't know what they are doing when the comparison gets too much, and it gets annoying. Someone like me, if you compare me once, you compare me twice, and maybe I'm quiet about it, the third time I'm not going to warn you, I'm just going to lash out. That's how bad it is for me. I just lash out, and I'm like, why? Really? If you really like her that much, if you really like what she was doing that much, why did you leave her to come be with me? Do not let it not happen again. Do not do that to me again. Really. But there are some people that are not even that bold enough to let their partners know that this thing is not all right. It doesn't work for them. It doesn't sit down well with them. So I'd advise that you actually quit the comparison in your relationship. There's a reason your past relationship didn't work. So try as much as possible to focus on your new relationship. If there are things that you used to enjoy with your ex-partner or your former partner, teach your partner to do them for you. Maybe if you're the emotional, the touchy type, if your body language is physical touch and it's not your partner's body language, there are ways you can actually teach your partner that you actually like being touched, you like being pet. Not go out all about and just compare her or compare him and make him feel like he's not performing in other parts or other sections of the relationship. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm sure you do get what I'm saying. So please just quit with the comparison. If something isn't going well in your relationship, sit down and talk about it. Don't compare. Don't be in an argument and you're like, well, this person used to do this when this happens. I don't know why you don't do this when this happens. Hello? Hi? That person is that person. I am this person. You are that person. Please, let's all be guided. Let's all be guided. Please. Please, really, please, really. Another thing you should not do in your relationship is ignore the red flags. God, this has landed so many ladies and guys are like in trouble. You're ignoring the red signs with the red flag with hopes that they would actually change, or the love that you have for them is going to make them quit the bad habit that they are into, or quit the actions that they do to you that you don't like. One red flag is enough. One is enough. Except you notice the red flag, you talk to them about it, and then the person actually makes conscious efforts to change. Yeah, it's possible people change. It's possible people change. But please don't be in a relationship out of pity or out of hope. Really, no. That's the no. Do not be in a relationship out of pity or out of hope. I mean, you've been with this person for so long, and even though the person is like this, but how the person start from? How will I start from? Stop pitying yourself or stop pitying the person. If you have noticed the red flag that you've never seen before and it's a really, really bad red flag, please run. Run. Let your heels touch the back of your head as you're running. Run. Red flags include domestic violence. That is the biggest red flag ever. Narcissist behavior. Narcissist, whatever. I think it's spelled Nercissct. Actually have a problem with that word pronunciation. But if you're dating someone or you're in a relationship with someone who likes to gaslight you, or who renders your emotions irrelevant, that is a red flag. Really, that is a red flag. Please do not be in a relationship with someone out of hope or out of pity for yourself or for the person when you're seeing the obvious red flags. I've heard a lot of stories about people who endured in the relationship and then they lost their lives in the marriages, or people who endured in the relationship and then still lost their lives in the relationship because they refused to leave, or people who endure in the relationship with, he's going to change, his mom said he's going to change, his dad said he's not always like that, it's because he does not have a job, or it's because what? Huh? It's because what? Please, my dear, please, honey, run. One red flag is enough. Run. Do not be in a relationship that is not defined. I know you like me, I like you, and then one person is committed and another person is not committed. Why? Because the relationship is not defined. The relationship is not there are no clear terms or clear name to what it is the people are doing. That is what you're not going to do this 2021. That is what you're not going to do to yourself, to anybody else. If you clearly are not ready for a relationship, you tell the person that you're not ready for a relationship. Not that you wait until the person has invested 6 months, 1 year into doing girlfriend duties, boyfriend duties in your life, and then you come out to say, okay, sometimes when the person just brings up a topic, maybe by the time the person realizes himself or herself and then ask you, what are we? You open your mouth and be like, we are just friends. Agbaya, is there something wrong with you? We're just friends. How? I have wasted my time. I have cooked. I have washed. I have paid your bills, maybe as a guy. Paid your bills, I've supported you in ways that I have chased other people away. Other people who wanted clear, defined relationship because I felt you were the one for me. And you're here telling me that we're just friends. May we not be unfortunate in this life. Amen and amen and amen. May we never be unfortunate in this life because people are wicked. So me, I feel like that's the highest level of wickedness. That is wickedness. Really, that is wickedness. You can't. That's wickedness. You don't. And ladies are always victims of situations like this. Like, okay, you like him, he likes you. You guys meet up one day, and then 1 or 2 goes down. 1 or 2 goes down. Okay. Before you know it, you're scared to, ask the guy that what are we? You just assume since 1 or 2 has gone down, and then you like the vibe that he's giving you, and then you jump into every weekend. You go, you cook, you do the laundry, you do every other thing that a girlfriend does for her boyfriend. And then 6 months later, 8 months later, down the drain, you see another girl's picture in his phone, or you see him hanging out a lot with another lady, and then you ask, okay, why are you doing this? What are we? And then you hear, we are just friends. I didn't tell you anything. I didn't send you work. You didn't what? Send me work. You want to see crazy? Obviously, you want to see crazy. You didn't send me work. Yeah, please, honestly, let's try as much as possible to avoid those stories that touches the hard situations when we want to get into a relationship. Please do not assume you're in a relationship. Be in a relationship that the roles are clearly defined, that the terms of the relationship are clearly defined. Yes. Ever heard of the saying, let the past be in the past? Really, honestly. Sometimes I just feel like really that's just the best thing to do in a relationship. Do not go about pouring out your soul, pouring out your entire past content on your new partner, to your new partner. This is what I'm going to tell you why I feel you shouldn't do that. You might have been someone that used to experiment a lot with yourself, or you've done some really not so nice stuff. Okay, when I mean not so nice stuff, when it comes to your relationship life, as long as you've not gone overboard with it. If you found a partner that you want to be in a committed relationship with, or in, or however, yeah, best thing is you should just focus on your relationship. I mean, focus on building this relationship. If a question comes up about your past, answer it truthfully. If a question comes up about your past, answer it truthfully. But until then, let what happened yesterday remain yesterday. Let what happened 5 years ago remain 5 years ago. Except in situations that maybe you did something that affected your health, or you had a very nasty scandal back in those days. It will be wise enough to actually let your current partner know if you're sure that it's probably going to end up on the altar, or you're probably going to end up walking down the aisle with him or her. Yeah, that's it. Do not expose anything really that important and that bulky when you're not sure of your new partner. Don't just go about dumping your entire past secret with every new person that you met because you're sure this is the one. I want to be honest. I want to be sure that it's going to end up on the altar, and be sure that you're taking you really serious. Really serious. And if it's really not important, the person really doesn't have to know. That's another thing you're not going to do in your relationship this year, this 2021, this 21st century, or this new decade, is keep making excuses for your partner's bad habits. You're not going to do that, because in the long run, it always comes back to bite you in the butt. It always does come back to bite you in the butt. Do not make excuses if you do it the first time and the person repeats the habit the second time. Second time is enough. It's time to actually do something about it. Quit making excuses. It's going to change. It's going to... Why are you doing this to yourself? Why, honey? Why? Quit making excuses, honey. Do not make excuses for habits that you should do not quit making excuses for stuffs, habits, situations that should be addressed headlong. That's the saying. That's it. That's how I'm supposed to put it. Quit making excuses for situations that should be addressed headlong. Honestly, when I mean situations that should be addressed headlong, let me say okay, other lady, there's someone that keeps intruding into your relationship. Let me say a best friend to your boyfriend. It happens, and you're making excuses. Why? Because you love the guy. But woman to woman, you know your instinct is strong, and you know that this is not going to end up well. You're supposed to address it. Or there's a family member that keeps making baseless baseless argument and keep creating baseless situations around your relationship. Quit making excuses. Could be like the family, they are taking time. If you make excuses the first time, please the second time address it headlong. If you have to call a meeting, call a meeting. If you have to air out your views respectfully without quarrel, without insulting anybody, please do. But please, there are a lot of scenarios like that are escaping my head, but I'm sure you understand what I'm talking about. Quit making excuses for situations you should address headlong. Period. 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 Is there anybody that jumps into a relationship without doing a background check on your partner? Now, today, in this age? No, now. Bele, no. Really, don't do that again. If someone is into you, you're into the person before you really start thinking of getting committed. You should run a background check. Run a background check. We have Google, the social media. You can actually track up 1 or 2 people if something keeps being off or something keeps sensing. If he's being vague about, or if he or she is being vague about important stuff, maybe it's time to actually dig in yourself, turn a detective yourself. I'm not saying you should go prying, but you should find out certain things about your partner before jumping headlong into a relationship. Does he have murdering tendency? Does he have violent tendencies? Why did his ex leave him? Why did her ex leave her? Sometimes some of these informations are very, 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 very important. Shay, you see, I'm not shouting it because he's advised that somebody else is not supposed to hear. I'm letting you know that some of these things are very, very important. Very, very, very important. If you have to go and do the background check yourself, do you, so that tomorrow we're not gonna hear that story is touching the house, or you're gonna shop unnecessary breakfast that you should have even avoided ordering for the food in the first place. You get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? Please, for whatever reason, stop going into relationship blindly. Have at least something you know about the person. Run your back. Don't just depend entirely on what the person tells you about himself or herself. People are really disguising these days, and that's just the truth. People are really, really disguising. What you see outside is not what you're going to say inside. So sometimes some greetings are better left and better stopped outside. Some greetings are supposed to stop in the hand, not extend to the elbow. There are some greetings that you can avoid extending to the elbow, and then you have to find a way to come back to the hand again. So some greetings you can just you greet in the hand, you can't do background check before you can actually just proceed to the elbow. Really, some of these things just help unnecessary heartbreaks, unnecessary situations, unnecessary hospital bills, because by the time you go and date somebody that has violent tendencies that you did not know, and then maybe one argument happened one day, you did not cook food because as the girlfriend that you are, you feel it's probably not your duty to cook every time, and then you are trying to make him understand that you have not married me, I have not married you, so don't expect me to come to your house every day after work to come and be cooking for you. And then while you are trying to explain why you feel it that way, you come and receive blue in your eye, or you receive blue in your mouth. They will not carry you to hospital now. They will go and say something happened in your eye had break. Shebi, if you had done background check now, if you had listened when people were telling you, I know this guy is like this guy is like that, you will not be where you are today. Okay. Last, or maybe not so last, this is going to sound controversial, or this is going to sound I might come under attack for this particular point. Please quit having sex with every potential relationship partner just like that. people might feel like sex is not a big deal. Sex is actually a big deal. Sex is the point where you exchange energies with people, you exchange soul essence with people. Be really sure of this person, be really sure of what you're getting yourself into before you have sex, because most of the time, especially for ladies, once we have sex with someone, we find it really hard to detach from the person, even after we have realized that we really shouldn't have had sex with this kind of person. So do your background checks properly. I know we can never really know someone. I know that we can never really know someone, but please quit having sex with every potential relationship partner that you just see. You meet someone today and you feel like, oh my god, we're going to hit the rock, we're going to get married next week, and then you just jump and you get down the bed, and then next thing you'll be like, oh, he really wasn't worth it. These are things you can avoid. Trust your instincts. Basically, I'm just going to join these 2 points in this point. Trust your instinct. If your instinct tells you no, don't listen to your head and just jump into it. If your instinct tells you no, your instinct is goddamn right. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because I'm sounding angry because I've seen a lot of stories on Twitter where people tell you I know he's like this, but we've had sex already, so what do you want me to do? And he's going to say me, I've already had sex. You've already had sex. Well, if you had listened to your instinct in the first place, we won't be having this conversation now. It should have been, he's not this kind of person, he's not the person for me, and then you move on. Please quit having sex with just anybody that you see, because you're doing yourself harm in terms of your spiritual essence, your body essence, and then STD is real. Apart from HIV and AIDS, there are a lot of people working with a lot of things that they don't even know, and then they like to just distribute it, and then God now want to be on your side. You now go and do with somebody that likes to do raw and has collected different things from different people, and that doesn't even take care of himself. No, now, oh wrong, honey, oh wrong. Please, babe, please, honey, please, guys, please, girls, quit having sex with just anybody. Quit having sex with just anybody. Quit having sex with just anybody. And in the same vein, if you're in a relationship, just be faithful. It really doesn't cost much to be faithful these days. Just be faithful, please. Be faithful, please. That's all I can see. Please be faithful. This brings us to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed everything that I had to say, and I hope that you're not offended by some of the points that I made. If you're offended, well, I'm really sorry. I'm sorry for getting you upset, but I'm just trying to be honest from my own point of view. So please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, turn on post notification, give this video a thumbs up, and let me know what you feel about this video or other points that you feel we should know, because no man is an island of knowledge. Other points that you feel we should know in the comment section, and I'll be here for it all. Thank you very much, and I'll see you on my next video. Mwah.